Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hey, it's Aaron with the Mowing in the Dark Lawn Care Podcast.
Hey, this is Tony's Lawn Care Talk.
Hey guys, Cameron here with the Lawn Care Life of Missouri.
Hey guys, this is Dan White with Lawn Care Unscripted.
What up guys, it's Phil with Phil's Lawn Care.
And you're listening to the Turf Nerds.
Greg.
And ready to go. We got another episode of From the Field. Greg, and I really like this series because we're getting the regular old Joes, no pun intended, on the show, aren't we? Just the guys out there in the field.
Yes, we are. We're just getting guys out there that love what they're doing, working hard, and have ideas, and had an idea and grew it into a thriving business. So we have another guest with us too, doing the same thing.
Joe Dunbar from Smokin Joe's Lawn Care. Joe, how you doing, man?
Oh, living the dream, cutting the green, chasing them dollars.
Word on the street is, Joe, you are always mowing. You had reached out to me through email a couple of days. Hey, guys, if you want to get on the show, do what Joe did. Send an email to turfnerdspodcast@proton.me. Greg, I never realized that. I think because my email is so private, if I never replied back to you guys, let me know, because sometimes they go into the spam. And have you ever done that, Greg, where you just delete the spam and don't even look at it?
I'm trying to think of the last time I ever looked at my spam. I should probably look at it now while we're talking. I just tend not to look at my spam folder. So, and then I had a couple of new clients that I sent them invoices, and they're calling me. They're actually reaching out to me saying, "I never got your invoice." And so I said, "Check your spam folder," and there they were. So
telling them the really, right?
Yeah. So, but Smokin Joe's, how did Smokin Joe's come out? How did the name Smokin come out of that?
Well, growing up, we raced cars.
Oh.
Me and my dad, and it's just a buddy of mine. I was like, "We're gonna call you Smokin Joe." I'm like, "All right, that's cool, no worries." Okay. And I just kind of stuck. I went from the factory life to, cutting grass, and landscaping and just doing what I wanted to do because that's how I couldn't do it.
So what kind of cars were you racing?
We were racing dirt cars.
Okay.
I was racing bombers or logs, street stocks, whatever you want to call them.
Okay, on dirt tracks then, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. That's the only way to go. Asphalt's for getting there.
That's funny. Asphalt's for getting there, Joe. That's a pretty intense thing. So how'd you kind of birth into the lawn care biz? Because you've been in the industry here for a while, and we were talking this throughout the week, Joe. You eat, sleep, and breathe mowers. I was telling Greg, I said, you're going to like this guy because he can talk mowers all day and every day.
Oh, yeah. Well, I worked in a factory, and my team leader bought inherited his in-laws mowing company. And he's like, "Man, I need help." I'm like, "All right, I come over to help you." And he was, "Well, we go to the property, I tear a weed eater up." And I replaced it for him. Then I'm like, "This sucks." The next thing you know, I'm like, factory's closing down. Maybe I'll try this. After telling me it sucked. And he's like, "You can't do this. You can't do this." And I'm like, "Watch me do it." 5 years later, he's calling me, "Hey, man, you want to come cut my grass?"
This is your team leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much she told me I couldn't. Pretty much she told me I couldn't do it. And I was like, "All right, hold my beer, watch this." and here I am 11 years later,
Wow. And how many are you cutting?
128 to be exact.
That's a lot of lawns to cut in a week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 7 days.
Wow.
And and I leave tomorrow for Florida for a couple.
Man, whereabouts in Florida, Joe, are you going?
Panama City.
Okay, so you started the biz, you say 11 years ago, then, basically. Yep. That's crazy. Someone says you can't, and then you say, "Watch me." So 7 days a week, and we're talking. You cut a whole wide of array of properties, from smaller to bigger ones. What's the biggest property that you cut? Because Greg can relate. Well, he was making fun of me years ago when I was mowing 7 days a week.
Probably 10 to 13 acres.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and you're using a 72 to cut those?
Yeah, I got two 72s, two 60s, a 54, a 36, a 21, and a 30.
And you
That's a
use
chunk of mowers, Greg, isn't it?
Now, are you switching those all around throughout the week then, or depending on the lawns you're cutting?
Oh
in,
yeah,
or how do you do it? Okay.
I can use a 72 on 80% of my stuff.
And is that what you do then, or you're using the 72s on those?
It depends on what my schedule looks like that day.
Okay.
There's days I'll just run a 72 and a 54, and other days I'll run a 60 and a 36. It just depends on where I'm going that day.
You riders, standers, what do you got?
I've got my 72s are sit downs. I got 36. Everything else is a stand on. Take it back, I lied. 2 sit down 72s and 1 sit down 60. Everything else is a standard.
Okay. What are you using? What brands?
Cadet.
Oh, man,
You're all
baby.
Cub.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I got one 30-inch X-Mark cushions. But other than that, I don't use it a lot.
And what's
I'll
Raleigh
use
say
my
about
21
push mowers?
I'll use my...
Oh, this is
Do
what
it.
our buddy Raleigh Spencer, Joe, what he says about push mowers.
You know, I'll tell you one big disadvantage with the push mower is you got to push it.
That's the biggest thing that. Oh man, I used to have a Toro Time Master 30-inch push mower, Joe, and that was a beast, but a bear to use. Man, why did I think that your riders were hustlers? Were they not? I thought they were Cubs.
I'm going to Hustler.
Yeah, so why don't you kind of explain that? Because you actually were at the Equip Expo, like the banner for Cubs. So how'd you kind of get, like, you're not sponsored by them, but you have a good relationship with some people that work for them?
Yes, I just got tired of running John Deere, and I called Jason, and I was like, hey, man, I'm going to do something different. Set me up with somebody. So he set me up with Rob Egan, who worked for Cub at the time. Then I've got in with Raw. Then I got in with Aaron Griffin, who's the national sales manager.
Okay, so and Rob, national sales manager with Cub or with Hustler?
Yes, Cub with Cub, which Cub and Hustler, they're both Stanley Black and Decker. So
okay.
So now I'm going over to Hustler, and to make a little noise over there.
Smokin Joe's going to go hustle over there, but it's virtually a Joe. I mean, would you argue, since you seem to know the Hustlers far better than probably Greg and I do, I mean, they're made both by Stanley Black and Decker. It's virtually that. What's the kind of like really difference between like a Cub commercial mower versus like a Hustler? Like what's your...
There's a big difference.
Okay.
I mean, like, if you go to the expo and demo a Hustler and go ride the Cub, you'll feel that the Cub is working extremely hard compared to that Hustler.
Huh. That's interesting, isn't that? Huh.
Yeah. How so?
Yeah, like what do you mean by that?
Like you can feel a weight difference in it. The speed in it's just totally different because of different pumps. And just to me, it's all together. It's just a better mower.
Okay.
Like you when you get on it, you'll feel you can tell. Like, I guess I feel things different more than other people do.
That's how you're so good. I mean, that's really awesome that you said that, Joe, because we want to be familiar with our machines and mowers. And me, like hopping from my Multiforce to the Cub, you can feel how the hydros are different and kind of how the like mower sits. And so you're kind of arguing that do you think the Cub Cadet's working a tad harder than the Hustler mowers are cutting?
Oh, absolutely.
But
I will tell you.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say there's a big difference between them. I like the platform on the Cub compared to the Hustler. The Hustler, you stand up a little higher, which is great, but I like feeling kind of tucked in a little bit. But I also just ran that new Cub with the new 34.5 horse engine on it, and you talk about a beast. Yeah. You could ride wheelies for days on that thing.
Was that the 34 standard Cub, Joe, or is that the sit down?
60. It's a 660 EFI.
Oh, is 660 ES? Oh man, so that's just like what I have, but just way better then. So,
Yeah,
I mean, because
yeah, what do you get? You got a 25 and a half, if I'm right.
25 and a half, 660, dude, that thing chugs gas down compared to the multi-force because it's a carburetor.
Really?
I wish I had the EFI and Cub Cadet because Greg, you have the Bobcat and EFI. That thing just sips gas. It's like not. I mean, but anything carbureted, I feel like after you go from EFI, Joe, you'd argue you probably never want to go back. I mean, you want everything EFI.
Oh yeah, I like it a lot. But all of mine are carbureted right now, besides my 72s.
Oh,
But
interesting.
my 660, I can mow between 10 and 15 yards a day on one tank.
Oh wow. It depends on the yard size, because it's funny on the 660 guys. So like the gas tank, it's a little analog, but the way it kind of sets, Joe, the way they like designed it, I feel like you can't always get full gas in there because if you're kind of like I guess like on an uphill and it's kind of angled down, you could probably put more in there, or the other way around. That's what I mean.
You want to fill that all the way up to about 2 to 3 inches from the top.
Yeah, that's putting that up there basically all the way. So going on over to the Hustler side now, would you argue with the Hustlers that like cut wise, do you think they like cut better?
That's a tough one. It's a great cut. It's something I'll have to get used to. At first, I thought the Cub cut better. It's got a better deck. But the more I ran the Hustler, the more I liked it. So I don't know. That's a tough one. I need to get back from Florida and run them both for a day side by side.
What size Hustler is
Then
it?
I can give you a true answer. It's a 60.
It's a 60. Okay.
I wanted the 72, but they're redesigning the 72 for 26. So I was going to wait.
And what's that? What motors that have in it? That Hustler? Has that got that 34 and a half, or has that got a? What's
Which
that got?
one? The one I just bought?
Yeah, the 60.
No, it's got a 29 or 29 and a half Kawasaki. And I think if I'm right, when I talked to Aaron, the top speed was 18 miles an hour, so they had to slow him down a little bit.
Oh, Greg, you would like that, Greg. Why don't you?
Oh man,
why don't you tell Joe about that?
I cut in transport speed, man. I'm for the most part, I
Oh,
cut
no,
in
you're
transport.
slow.
Yeah,
That's slow. That's slow.
yeah. But mine is, I think my top speed, it says 12 miles an hour. I think I'm at 10. I'm at 10 miles an hour. So I actually jumped on in a neighborhood I was in one day, they had one of those speed limit things on there try and get people to slow down. So they have the big thing on there that reads your speed. So I jumped on my mower and took off, and I got up to 10 miles an hour. So
That's not bad, because you want to know something funny? Where I used to live, they had one of them signs at a stop sign. And we could run from my driveway down to that sign. And I can run faster than what you're mowing.
You just see this guy book it down.
I could run 12 miles an hour. I ain't lying to you.
I never even thought if it could track you on your just running. I never thought about that.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Wow. Might have
Trust
to do
me,
that.
We've had a few parties and we've all tried it.
So, that's funny. It's just like what was the movie The Rookie, where what's his name in it? He throws the baseball at the by the sign when he was driving, or he had one of those speed limit signs, and he threw it, and he thought he was throwing 85, and it was really 95. So something like that. When he walked away, it showed 95. So, but no, I'll have to try that. If I see those, I'll get out and run. Of course, at 62 years old, I don't know that I'm going to be running that fast. So.
Just take you some ibuprofen afterwards.
This is hilarious. Oh my goodness, trying to make you feel young, Greg. So, what'd you have, Greg? Sorry.
Nothing. I didn't see.
So, Joe, tell us here. So, all guys start out here different. Greg and I talk about our humble beginnings when you're just getting your foot there in the door in the industry. How'd you go about marketing and kind of doing it and kind of building your reputation? Now, you're based in Kentucky, so we'll start out. How'd you build the biz, and what city are you in? I kind of forgot to ask that, or I didn't listen.
I'm in Lawrenceburg. Pretty much just word of mouth. You get out and do good jobs, and I tell everybody all the time I'm late. I'm so busy, I'm late. But they're okay with that because we do good work. And details matter, boys. Details matter. And just we do good work. You know, we don't. You know, if I tell you I'm gonna be there on Tuesday, I'm actually gonna be there on Thursday.
Yep, I've been there and done that. That's.
We do it all the time.
Oh yeah, well,
all the time.
It's because you're out there and you're working so hard. So really, just word of mouth.
Well, the thing is, you don't need to tell somebody, well, I'll be here every Wednesday, because that don't happen. So, or I'm not going to be there Wednesday at 10 o'clock every week. That's not going to happen either, unless you're just that good or your schedule's that tight where you know every week you're going to be that way, rain or shine that you're there. That's not. It just don't work.
So
or you
just
don't
have
have enough customers.
You have a crew that works with you?
Me and one part-time guy.
Okay. Wow. How much does he work? 20 hours, or when you say part-time?
When he does the cemeteries in Indiana, right across the river. So when he gets off work and he ain't working there or the Manchester Music Hall, I'm like, hey, man, you want to work? And he's like, yeah. And he just comes to work and we just get at it.
And those cemeteries, breaking into that, is that good money?
I don't know. I don't mess. That's a different podcast. He'll tell you. Yeah, that's different work. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that because he does the federal military stuff.
How so? What do you mean? That's the cemeteries, the federal military cemeteries?
I work at a national cemetery. Yeah, he does national cemetery.
Oh,
wow. Okay. Where are those?
So
there's two in Kentucky, right?
There's 9.
There are 9 national cemeteries in Kentucky?
Yeah, more than any other state in the United States.
Wow.
I didn't know that. It's just like a history lesson here.
Probably because of the Civil War then, I'm assuming, or?
Battle of Richmond, there's been a bunch of them that ran through here.
Okay. All right.
So, like, when I have a question, or I'll be like, hey, man, I need an opinion, I'll text him or I'll call him, like, man, what do you think about this? And he'll just tell me what he thinks. So, but when he comes in, he challenges me to be better. So if like he's doing better than me, I got to prove myself and prove to him I'm better than him. So we bounce back off each other and try to learn.
You know, Greg, we kind of do that because we text each other, Joe, throughout the week. Greg and I, and it's like iron sharpening iron, though, right? I mean, Greg's older, but he still hustles like a younger guy, Greg. And this industry, you'd argue, as a whole, the best way we get better is like getting out there and having that encouragement and back and forth. It sounds like you got a great part-time employee there. I'm jealous. Tell him to come up here to Michigan and help me scalp down my yards.
He's over here chuckling. It'll cost you. He said it'll cost you.
Oh boy! Oh no! Yeah. It's probably way out of my price range, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what your price range is.
Yeah. Well, then you got. Let me see. Transit time. You have to pay him for transit time and food and lodging and such. So you're in Lawrenceburg. How far are you from Louisville?
42 miles.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, so you're going to be
With
at the
traffic,
expo?
it's about an hour and 35 minutes.
42 miles and it still takes you an hour and a half?
It does construction. Yeah. Which, usually I can put the expo in, the complex in, it says 52 minutes from my driveway.
Yeah, it's right at an hour.
But I haven't been to Louisville since the last expo. I haven't been. And
right.
But he drives it every day because he got out an hour to get the burger. He says about an hour.
Okay. Are you guys going to expo this year?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you got to use.
We'll be there on Thursday.
Okay. So are you going to use your Turf Nerds promo code? Get in for half price?
Have.
Oh, have you? Good for you.
Yeah, we did
good
both
for
of
you.
them.
You know what about them using that here?
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Trump approves of you using the Turf Nerds promo code. So that's great, Joe. So you basically work around the clock, nonstop, and your guy said like about 20 hours a week then?
Yeah, something like that. It just, depends on what he's got going on. It varies.
Didn't you recently? You sent me those pictures about that injury you.
That be breaking my hand?
Yeah, tell them about that. It sounds like you're like tough as nails.
Oh, it's stupidity is what it is.
Well, I've been there.
Well, just we was mowing, and I don't ever put the safety row bars up. And I did, because I was on a wet hill. I'm like, well, if I slip down the hill, at least part of me be salvageable. And never thought anything else about it. Finished that, go to the next place, and went underneath the tree, and I got bounced.
Oh.
Well, right before the second bounce, I put my hand up, and my hand got stuck between the tree limb and the row bar.
Oh, wow.
So,
and so you broke your hand on that then?
Yeah. And I had a screw put in my middle finger. In which I haven't missed a day of work other than the 2 surgeries. But they had to take the screw back out because it worked itself loose.
And they had to reinsert it then or no?
No, they wanted to, or they was like, well, if we can't get it to tighten up, we'll just take it completely out because you don't need it. So they took it out.
Okay.
So they was saying from the vibrations of the mowers and the weed eaters would cause that screw to come loose.
Oh man. So now that was pretty painful then, wasn't it?
Oh, it sucked.
Oh man.
But I just put my big boy pants on and tied my boots a little tighter and went to work.
You have the Uncle Greg pants on, don't you?
Hello, this is Greg.
Greg, I've been doing this 15 years, and I've never had a severe injury. I mean, it's probably by God's grace, because Joe, if you go down, if Smokin Joe's lawn care goes down, who's going to do all the grass smoking? Okay, that sounds wrong. Who's going to do all the grass cutting?
Well, we'll find somebody. We'll find somebody, but it is what it is. I probably lost 15, 20 customers when they found out that I got hurt. But, I've had a lot of good ones over the years, and a lot of them just stay and tough it out.
So, and those weren't very loyal clients anyway, I suppose, at that point. If they just said, he's hurt, so I'm gonna find.
No.
Didn't break your heart.
Yeah. There was some that been with me for years. They was just looking for a way out. Because we can agree to disagree and still get along, but some of them got to the point where we couldn't even agree on anything, and they just wanted to be rude, so I just be rude right back. Be like, this is my way of doing things, and that's just it. You don't like it, go somewhere else.
Okay.
Sometimes you just got to be blunt and just be honest with them and treat them how they treat you.
Okay. So, let me see. So you're using what kind of what trimmers do you use? What do you have trimmers, edgers?
Steel.
You like the steel?
Steel.
Okay.
No. When we go to the expo, I'm asking to make something that runs when it gets hot and warm. I don't want to spit, sputter, and not start.
Oh, Greg, why don't you tell them about your love for steel?
Well, my problem with steel is they don't start. So for me, that's what I
got one right now.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the truck in the air conditioner. Let the truck run the AC until it cools off, and pull it back out and start it.
I never thought about that. I never thought it was just getting too hot. That's interesting.
Oh, silly! It's silly stuff. Silly.
Yeah. Get it?
So
silly still.
I thought about, honestly, I love some Milwaukee stuff. And I ran a Milwaukee trimmer. And, dude, that's awesome. But I'm supposed to be meeting up with Aaron from Hustler. Or Hustler, Stanley Black & Decker, whatever you want to say they're part of. And we are going to look at a lot of their handhelds.
Okay.
Like, I have a big interest in that.
Okay, and the electric side then?
Yeah. Just something about it just has my attention. I've got some hedge trimmers, chainsaws, some pruners, and love them. I ain't got to buy no gas, no 2-cycle, and they start when you push the button.
Listen to what he's saying, guys, because Greg, Tony Rudolph with Tony's Lawn Care, Tony's upset. He's becoming obsessed with all the Milwaukee and battery powered. I almost deemed him as not part of the industry anymore because one day he's going to go on to battery powered with his mower. I don't have anything against them because I have a Milwaukee M12 grease gun and then the pump and then the M18 impact, but I would be game to try a commercial Milwaukee trimmer gel. But my problem with that is my routes are so dense. I feel like I would like literally smoke through that battery in half a day of work with the amount of trim that I do.
I don't know. That M18 battery's pretty beefy, pretty juicy. And, and that's a good question. Apparently Steel has a good battery coming out from what I've been reading. But I'll know more here in about 20 days when we're at the expo, and because I'm really going to pick them apart.
Yeah, there's. I mean, all of a sudden this stuff is starting to pop. And, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't do it. Maybe now I'm starting to consider it.
Well, you got to go with the change of times.
Yeah.
We got these newer ideas coming to life. You got younger guys coming in. And you just got to go with the revolution of stuff that's going to be useful. I mean, because obviously some of the stuff we run now just sucks. Because, they don't want to start.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Have you ever looked at Shindawa?
I actually have a Red Max.
Yeah.
And I paid $450 for that thing. That thing would drink a gallon of gas in like 30 minutes. And one day the head just flew off of it, and I ain't put it back together yet.
Oh no! It said bye bye. See you later.
Yeah, it's sitting in my shop, just like the head's on the shelf and the weed eater cell's sitting against the wall.
Okay.
So I used it maybe a week.
It was only a week you had it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. See, I've been using the Shindawa, and I've been really pleased with that. And when I went to my dealer, they had Echo, and he said, I've got Echo and I've got Shindawa, I've got Red Max, Greg. If you're thinking of looking at the Echo, you might as well get the Shindawa. And it was, $20 cheaper or something. And I've been really happy with it. Yeah, I've been really happy with it.
But that 2620T or whatever it is, it's supposed to be like the lightest weed eater.
From Echo,
I had an Echo, and I loaned it out to a friend, and they come back broke. Like, I loan stuff out, and they're always broke when they come back.
That's the one problem. I don't let anyone touch my stuff. When Greg would help me mow a couple times, Joe, I had a hard time letting him trim my lawns because I'm too crazy.
Yeah, he finally broke down and let me do it once.
Well, let me ask you this: do you do the grass in the cracks of the sidewalks and the driveways?
Yeah, I mean, if that's a kind of what I've been tossed around. Like I do it if they're huge and big. But I've told clients so too. When I do this, you got to spray it because I'm not gonna. But then the also thing is like they don't spray it, so I keep doing it. So like I said, fine, I'll charge you there for that then. $10, $15, $20.
Yeah, I mean, every time I go somewhere, I have to do it. It's an issue for me. Like, it drives my OCD nuts.
Oh, no.
And something else I've started picking up on is I'm edging every blacktop driveway. And every property I go to, I make sure their grass is off the road. Like, there's an edge mark between the road and the property.
So he's edging the asphalt.
Yeah. Like, I like that definition. And that then kind of details sell.
It does.
Shows that you care.
That's a huge thing because there's a guy online named Johnny Blades of Grass. I'm sure you heard of him. But what Johnny does is he says go around and edge everything. He'll even edge like the manhole covers, like when the grass like grows over it. Oh yeah, edge that. That'll set you apart from the competition. I flip edge weekly because my OCD, I can't help myself, and Greg just ridicules me for that.
Well, it's just like the AT&T boxes they put in the ground. The water meters, like you're talking about, I edge every one of those. You will not go to one of my places and not see it done. And if somebody's with me and they don't do it, they're going back to do it.
So here's a question: how do you get around? You went like the water meters at the edge of the house. They got those pipes coming up, or the gas meters, or any of that stuff. How do you get around that grass that's growing between? You got that 1 inch between the wall and the pipe. What are you doing on that case?
Fingers. I got
Just going in
fingers.
and yeah.
He's got trimmer fingers, doesn't he?
Just going in and grabbing it then.
I'll pull them out, or even like behind AC units. You will not catch me trim behind an AC unit. Every week I'll pull the weeds out from behind the ACs. I'm not being responsible for, hey, you clipped my AC wire, or hey, you did this to my AC. Yeah, I don't play that game. No, we don't trim that. We pull them by hands.
Listen to that. That's attention to detail. I've pulled some blades of grass by hand, but I might start doing that now though, Greg, with a couple of the gas lines, sprinkler, wires and lines and things like that, or the annoying sump pump pipes where you can't get. I might actually get down there and pull it by hand, because maybe that way then it won't come back, so you don't have to keep trying to fail trim it every week.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Like we're on a commercial property right now, Adams mowing. I'm in the flower bed pulling weeds. Like, details matter.
Yeah. Okay. So you're doing all your own mechanical stuff then too? I would assume, since you
no.
Okay.
I've been fortunate enough to have two really, really great dealers.
Okay.
And anytime I've got 9 mowers.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I have an issue, I take it to either dealer, mainly my new Hustler dealer, because he sells Cub as well. If I have an issue, I drop a mower off, and they give me one in return. No matter if it's an oil change, new blades, or if I have a failure, I get a mower no matter what.
Okay, you've got a good relationship with them.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Okay. And you use 2 different dealers?
Yes. I've got a dealer that's 23 miles away and one that's about 17 miles away.
Okay.
That's a chunk of time. I mean, we got dealers, Greg, that are super close.
Yeah. Yeah. So ours are, mine's about 15 minutes away, 15 to 20 minute drive from my house, but I'm usually working over by them, and then I'll just run over from there. So you do other stuff too. You do landscaping?
I'll do a ton of it. That is my secret specialty, is what I call it. Like, I have a real good green thumb for that. Like, when we hit slow season, you watch out, because I can trim, I can plant, I can mulch with the best.
This is what I like to hear. Joe,
when does your slow season start?
Honestly, it really never, But when you get in the cooler months, like mid to late October into November, I love fall cleanups. Mm-hmm. Spring cleanups are okay and cool, but fall to me is where it's at, because you can actually slow down, take your time, and do things the way they're supposed to be, and you can educate your customer. Even with new installs, that, I can slow down and be like, hey, we got 10 plants going here, we got this going there, but this plant here gets 3 foot wide, where this one here gets 1.5 foot. But let's design this, let's set this better where it's uniformed. I can do stuff like that. Or if I go in, like where I'm at now, they've had somebody else do it, and it's just a tornado. Stuff's overgrown, and it just, I'm like, why would you approve this? Like, well, we wasn't educated.
Education, like the clientele, Joe, like actually educating them and making them feel smart is a big deal. Sounds like you do any sort of side landscaping gig. I mean, what's your most weird request that you've gotten from a customer? Hey, Joe, can you do this? Like, they've asked me if I can like be their plumber, or like do their I'm like, hey, look, I'm the lawn guy. Like, I'm the lawn guy here.
The best thing that has ever happened to me is when I broke my hand. I had 3 commercial apartments owned by one company I've worked for 7 years. They got me installing dishwashers, fire alarms, changing batteries, changing locks, and I wasn't even getting paid for it. And I broke my hand, they decided to fire me because I couldn't do the landscaping for their inspection. But I have made more money now, and ever since I've gotten away from them. Like, it was a blessing in disguise. I was worried about losing $6,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But them firing me,
was just like somebody just took that monkey and just kicked him, just get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
And it's just been a game changer. Just because you get these big jobs does not mean you're going to make the best money or you're going to be happy. Because I was probably the most unhappiest person that you would come across during the mowing season.
Well, you'd argue those bigger jobs, though, too. And Greg, you could probably test like the bigger companies and jobs. Those are some of the most either lucrative clients or some of the most cheap clients, too, all in one.
Say it again. Oh, you're talking to Greg. Okay, never mind.
Well,
Sorry.
Oh, Joe, it kind of like a general statement. Sorry, I totally derailed us.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Joe Biden moment. It's like, you say you get like a really like big account, right? Sometimes those guys just price shop and they'll dump you over $10, and they're sure they have all the money. These landscaping management companies or your bigger clients where they give you a lot. Sure they have all the money, but they can be so cheap too.
Oh yeah. And these people, they wasn't really cheap because one of them was $800 a week to mow. But it was the phone calls, or it was, hey, can you come, change this lock? And I'm just like, hey, get a maintenance man. And we're like, well, nobody wants to work for us because we don't want to pay. And it's company policy to do things by our company standards. And I'm like, well, there's your problem. Then we had their snow. They told me I was a bully on snow because the snow was my way. And their policy was, it snows 3 inches, then you come plow. No pre-treat, no post-treat. And I'm like, no, we can't do this.
Yeah.
So you end up firing your own. I'd fire them.
You're fired.
See you later. Find someone else, right?
Well, they fired me.
Oh, whatever. That.
But it's okay. Because like I said, it was the best thing that's ever happened to me, being in the business.
Okay, Joe. So we got about 5 minutes left here. So really, you say you make a lot of money going into the fall, but what are you doing from about? You probably don't get much snow down there. We get a lot more snow up here, but when you do, you probably take care of that. But what do you do really in the slower months between, I don't know, January and part of January and February when things have really slowed down?
Well, first off, I've got a really great wife, 3 beautiful girls, and I've learned to save money. So anytime I break a $20 bill down and then say I give some ones back, it goes into a water jug.
Oh, wow.
And then I put a budget on the board for the month. And let's say it's $10,000 for May. And let's say I make $12,000. I take that other $2,000, I just put it away for the winter months. I save between $10,000 and $15,000 each year. So if I don't want to work in December, January, February, I don't have to.
Ah. So
Okay.
You're organized and smart. That's what a lot of guys do. But it's good to hear that again, though, Greg, isn't it? It's a good reminder to really think about those months when you're slowing down, not making that much, put money away.
Yeah, it's important.
My wife and my girls have helped me do that. Because let me tell you what, having 3 girls is expensive. And having a wife is very expensive as well. So, you got to take care of them along with yourself. So you just set a budget and be like, okay, I need 10,000 this month, or hey, I need 5,000 this month, but I did 7,000. So I'm just going to put another 5,000 on the board and just act like I never made that 2,000 until December or January. Then I just start pulling it out to pay the bills or if they need something.
When does your season start?
Well, kind of never really stops.
Okay.
But as far as mowing, pretty much like mowing wise, March.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start
March,
in March.
and I will mow all the way up to Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I try to make sure that, from right before Thanksgiving, I try to make sure everybody's property's cleaned up for the holidays. Then, then if they want to cut back and not do nothing in December or January, that's fine. But we still got leaves to do, fall cleanups to do. Like, I just try to stay busy. And I try to communicate with everybody, be like, hey, we're hitting a slow period, we're hitting a dry period. What do we need to do? What do you want to do? What do you expect? Then we'll toss ideas back and forth.
Okay. Sounds like you have good relationships then.
Not with 90% of them.
Yeah. Okay. Good for you. So we've had some opportunity to talk here. We talked to you for about the programs and things that you're doing. Anything that you'd like to tell us that encourage guys out there?
Do not take on more than what you can handle.
I know that.
But also, your time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Figure up what it's going to cost you to do each job. See if it's worth the time. You got to make money. Got to. You can. My minimum is it kind of balances what side of town I'm on. But a lot of times, like my landscape minimum is $100 an hour.
Okay.
The mowing, like I said, it kind of varies. But there's stuff I've got for 40, 45, 50, all the way to $600 a cut.
I guess I'd be happy with the $600 minimum.
Well, yeah. I think we all would. And I mow it once a week.
Yeah. Wow. How long does it take you to cut a $600 lawn?
You want my honest answer?
Shoot us straight.
You can make it up if you want.
3.5 hours.
Huh. Wow.
Ooh, that's nice. Do the calculations there, Greg.
That's 172 running.
Wow.
We run 272. It's about an hour and a half.
Wow. That's flying. So, okay. Well, hey, just if we can just take a little aside here, we want to mention the prayer breakfast coming up. I don't know if you're going to try and attend that, Joe. If you haven't signed up for it, everybody go ahead and sign up for the prayer breakfast. That's going through Trades for Christ. It's a free breakfast, and we're going to have some great speakers there, and looking forward to that. Also, if we can, we want to mention Ezra at Green Frog Web Design. There you go. And just if you guys don't have a website, it's time for you to take a look at getting a website. Ezra's going to help you, and he's going to get you on that front page of a Google search, because rarely does anybody go to a second page and nobody goes to the third page. So make sure you're up there on that. So, but Joe, we want to thank you for coming on the show with us. Thanks for taking the time out of the middle of your cut day to help us out.
Yeah, I do got one question. One question for you. When you talk about this website stuff, do you all get massive calls from Google?
The only time I did, because I switched on over to a Google voice line for my business, it works great, and I changed it on my Google business profile, and then they started calling me nonstop. But when I actually talked to someone real, I said, "Stop calling me," and they stopped. So, but
yeah, because when they call me, I'm like, "This is Donald Trump. How can I help you?" And they stutter for a minute, then they get talking, and I'll be like, "Can I help you?" Then they hang up. But I get 20, 25 of them a week.
Okay.
That's crazy.
The other way you can is when you get the phone call, when you pick up, you say, "Hey, is Dave there?" And they're going, "Huh?
Hey, is Dave there?
I called you."
Yeah.
No, you called me. It's Dave. I'm calling you. It's Dave there. So
yeah, I just didn't know. Does that kind of eliminate some of that?
Well,
that's probably one of the worst things right now going around is your Google listing is not yada yada yada.
Well, listen to that all, and then hit the right buttons and follow through and be really nice to them. But then be patient. Be like, "Hey, just please remove me. I don't want anything that you're selling." Because if you actually play their game and walk through it, and then just tell them to stop calling me, they will finally stop calling. I kind of had to do this 10-minute combo, all to just tell the guy no. But guess what? They don't call me ever again. So, which I was getting a little bit annoyed, but I've driven a lot of business just through Google, business, having that profile, and then website does help with the SEO too, because we're all trying to make some more money. But sorry you're dealing with all those calls, Joe. Man, that's gotta be annoying.
Oh no, it's okay. It's just I've even tried to pay them their fee of $300 or whatever, and you get through all that, then the phone always disconnects.
Is this for the Google business page, or is this for a website?
Yeah. Your Google business listing.
Oh, okay. So we're talking two different things then.
They're just trying to suck you in for money. Google's really trash on the customer service end because you can't talk to anyone real.
Well, I've tried to pay them the $300 so they leave me alone. And you get to that final step and they hang up. then they call you 20, 25 times a week.
Oh man.
And it's always a different number, always. And it's okay. They got nothing else better to do. I understand.
Yeah. I don't know that you're going to have that problem with a website versus a business page. I don't know what Evan.
I'm just saying. I mean, does that mean they're not going to call you?
I think a
call
website.
the person.
I think a website they won't. So if someone's it's at Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, right? So if someone's on Google and searching lawn care, Smokin' Joe's Lawn Care, the website will pop up because Ezra. It's not even like it's a good pitch. Ezra, he's actually one of the best in it. He can really target like keywords, Joe, for your business, like. Anything lawn care, you'll be able to get above that business profile though too. But like, it's good to actually have a Google biz profile along with the website because I mean, hey, what's Smokin' Joe's? Like, what kind of name is that? Smokin' Joe's Lawn Care. It already has us intrigued. So that's where it can help.
Get questions. I mean, do you have a food truck? You cook food? And I'm like, no, man. But my kids, we were sitting down eating one day, and my youngest was like, hey, Dad, I just Googled Smokin' Joe's Lawn Care, and here you are. I'm like, huh? So, you type in Smokin' Joe's Lawn Care, and I'll pop up like my Facebook stuff does.
That's great.
Okay.
So it's crazy. It is what it is. But no, man, anytime y'all want to talk and get jiggy with it, you got my number, holler at me, I'm always down for a good conversation, a good time.
Sounds
and
good.
Always, so, hey, man, my mower's messed up. What do you think? Man, give me a call. Shoot me a text.
Yeah, Joe kind of helped me
dissect it.
Joe kind of helped me kind of diagnose, Greg, what was wrong with my leaky cup cadet. I got to go up there this week and buy that oil drain hose and the O-ring plug and get that fixed. Joe's the man with it. I can say, hey, this is what I'm going through, and then he put his head together and help me out. So Joe, thanks again though for popping on. We appreciate you taking some time working
and
while on the phone.
Get that oil extractor too.
Yeah, he was linking me, Greg, to this device where you can actually extract the oil out that way. I never really thought about that. More of a quicker way to do that. But Joe, thanks again, brother, and we hope to meet you down there at the expo. It's it's less than 3 weeks out, and Greg and I are getting very excited.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Bells and whistles on. We'll be there.
Sounds good. So, look around for us. We'll try and keep an eye out for you as well.
Yeah. Just when y'all get there on Thursday, just holler at me. We'll meet up somewhere over there.
Guys, and if you want to talk to him, you'll find him. We'll probably be hanging out by the Hustler booth or the Cub Cadet booth. So, hey, Joe, thanks again, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate it. See y'all soon.